it to something different, but I take it, you know what I mean. So, whoa. All right, this is gonna be a bloody class today, ladies and gents. It's gonna be a real bloody class. All right, we about to kick it in. Hey, to the HOI Detroit, House of Israel, give our honor to our elders, all praises to Yahweh, all glory to Yahweh Shah. This class today is going to be about the black female, the black women, the order and the position that we're lacking and that we have abroad, the goods and the bad. All right. I'm Uncle Penuel.
I'm Dawadiah. Melchizedek.
Let's keep it off.
All right. This class is a class we're going to deal with. We're dealing with the black woman, but we love our black women. This is no disrespect or anything of that nature. So, let you know. It's love. This is all love. So just let y'all know.
You hit the guitar on.
Let the guitar go for him.
You hit the guitar.
Okay, so this is gonna be love, and we're gonna with correction. Okay. So first we're gonna start this off with. We're gonna start this off with Genesis 3 and 13.
I got you. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 13. And it reads as this. And Yahweh, by Hashem, said unto the woman, what is this thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me.
Okay, stop right there. That beguile. So that word beguile. Beguile means it's like a charming deception. That using words, sweet words.
God.
Go ahead.
And I did eat, verse 14. And Yahweh said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon the belly thou shalt go, and the dust shalt eat all days of thy life.
So that's a good thing. That right there is breaking it down right there. So we see that the woman says she was beguiled, she was charmed, she was tricked, she was deceived of someone with some smooth words, really smooth words. And somebody give me Psalms 55:21. Psalms 55 and 21.
Psalm chapter 55, verse 21. Say, come when you got it.
God.
In Psalm chapter 55, verse 21. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper.
No, that's not it.
I got y'all.
That's okay.
Yeah, I got it. Psalms 55, verse 21.
God.
I get it right here.
I got it right here.
No, so you can
The
see
words,
it
the words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
So here we see the words of his mouth are smooth as butter. Now we see how Eve was deceived, but she was beguiled from that smooth, that talking. Okay? So the words of his mouth were smooth as butter. Carry on.
The words of his mouth were smooth as butter, but war was in his heart.
But war was in his heart. So as the serpent, see, they think it was no snake. This was actual man in the garden. Okay? So this same man is telling this woman, because Adam was a god on earth. God made him to be a god on this earth.
That's right.
And he made Eve to be a helper to him. So what happened was she was beguiled. She was tricked by the enemy. She was tricked by a man with smooth words, smooth as butter. Promise her this, promise her that. And we see that same thing that's happening today. That our women are being tricked, our women are being fooled. It's that spirit that's in our women that they just they want that power. They don't want to be submissive. They want that role of Adam. They don't want to be Eve.
Yeah, right.
See, woman means of. So she came of Adam. So we can get First Timothy 2:13.
I got a precept to back you up. This is the book of Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18.
All right, I got it. Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. And Yahweh said, it is not good for the man should be alone.
So right there, the Most High telling Adam, it ain't good for you to be alone. So what we seeing, a man needs a woman, without a shadow of a doubt. It's togetherness. But this is the key. Finish it out. Huh?
And I will make her, I will make him a helpmate.
For him. Now,
For him.
Now, when he say help meet, it is to help the man. It is not to be above the man. So it's nothing wrong with helping your man. It's all an order. When you go to, let me put it in better terms. I don't know if anybody ever played on the team, but the coach is above everybody else on the team. He puts it together. I'm going to give an example, but we're going to use the example of LeBron. He still has a coach. He has an owner that he has to answer to. It is nothing wrong with answering to some, let me rephrase because people say it is nothing wrong with someone above you guiding you. There is nothing wrong with that. And just like how you said, beguile, what happens when a woman goes to get her car repaired? Most of the time, you get finagled. You need that man to tell you, no, you ain't paying that much for that. That is his duty. That is what he is made for. So, we being in this country, things have been finagled to our women. And I'm not knocking you at all, because the man has been a certain way, but that's not what we on right now. Women have to realize that is your head, that is your leader. And we're going to go into that it's a pecking order that we got. You know what I mean? We're going to go in that a little later. So just right here saying, this is the Most High. Nobody's above God. God's saying, I'm making you a helpmeet. You are designed to help, not lead or whatever. And a lot of people say, well, why can't I lead? You got to ask God that. He the one make that up. And that's the way it should be. So I yield on that.
That's dope. Great point. Great point. Was designed to be helper. The word woman means of
The man.
So of the man. So and then too, a lot of these so-called feminists, I'm glad you brought that out. They start doubting the Bible, saying, I was whatever years old when I realized that that wasn't no rib taken from no man and given to no woman. Not realizing that if I have my finger cut off, but I have a son, my offspring, that don't mean my offspring gonna be missing a finger. But we so caught up on being deceived from that same serpent. I'm gonna bring that out here in Psalms 82.
What you said, go to 23. 23 says exactly what you said. Go down to 23.
And Adam said, there is now bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of the man.
Now, this ain't our words. This is God's words. So you don't have to believe what we say. This is what the Bible's saying. So you can be to say it ain't this and this. You just got to discuss that with God. You know what I mean? I ain't going to get into it. Somebody, it ain't. You'll discuss that with God. So God say it was taken out of the man. You know what I'm saying? So all these people who want to say all this, then you don't believe the Bible and you don't believe in God. Because one thing I know about the Most High is not halfway. Either you believe him all the way or you don't. Point blank. I yield again.
Great point. And to add on that with that serpent is that, see, nothing is new. Everything that we going through now, this is nothing new. And we can bring that out in Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1.
Let me get it up.
Yeah.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9. And it reads as this. He created her and saw her, and he numbered her, and poured her out unto all his works. Keep going.
Read it again.
You talking about it's supposed to be 1 and 9 about nothing is new. Which way you at?
Okay, my fault. I went to Ecclesiastes. Cuts.
Yeah. Ecclesiastes.
1 and 9. I got y'all. This is the book of Ecclesiastes. The thing that has been, that thing that is which shall be, and that which is done, that is which shall be done. There is no new thing under the sun.
There's no new what?
No new thing under the sun.
So it's nothing new under the sun.
Okay.
So just as Eve was deceived, our women today are still being deceived. Now, I'm going to bring out a little scripture. I got it right now, Cap. I'm going to bring out this little script here. This is Psalms 83:3. They have taken crafty counsel against our people and consulted against the hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. So that same craftiness that was in the garden is the same craftiness that's here now.
See, I want to say something. You know, it's just like how we find out that we're Israel. We didn't find out that we Israel through a woman. We found out that we was Israelites through a man. You see what I'm saying? When he took all our identity, we found out who we were. We didn't. That's why the Lord deals with mans. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to take over a man when the man is the one that breaks through the barriers? All right, I'm talking not giving you, I'm putting you on top. See, I'm gonna tell you something. The Arab, they come here, they be put on top of us. A lot of Arab cannot read well, so we know they're not really going to school with these stores and stuff. And if they were so smart, why would they come here with millions of dollars, open up the store, and deal with niggers? That's how you know when they get here, they're given these things. You see what I'm saying? And so these people are put on top of us, and the reason why is because to keep us down, and it makes us look like that we're not smart. But it's not about smart or not, because when it comes to smart and we get deep into it, we are very educated. It takes a wise man to break things down that was hidden from us. You know, to know who we was, and there's nobody that can read the Bible like a black man. You hear what I'm saying? Nobody on this planet. And the Lord said, "This is my book," and He give the wisdom to me, right? And everybody else falls short. And so how would you want to follow any other being but the being you made of? You made of a black man. You're a black woman. How do you want to follow a white man? I don't see no dog want to follow cats. You see what I'm saying? Keep going. Go ahead.
No, that was it. I was just bringing out the crafty counsel. Now he's bringing off like, look, we the Most High has given us this wisdom so we can understand it, because it's our book. So we know the secrets. We can see it. It was written for us, our people. But I'm going to bring out what is this here? We got 1 Corinthians 11 and 9.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 9. And it reads as this: neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man.
So what? What was that again?
Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man.
So we got to get things back to not believing how we feel, or going on emotion, or going for the same people that oppress us, to teach us, is want to keep us in this state. Because they know long as we stay in this state, we'll never come back to be in power how we should be. And we know Yahweh Shai is not going to come back if we don't come together. So they know this. So, hey, that shows you things that we have to do.
I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off, but I like 8:2 and 3.
Go ahead.
This is 8. And once you got to remember, I know a lot of women might be looking at this, or who they think they are. We reading the words of God. This ain't how we feel or what we think. This is what God says.
You should like, hold on. For a woman to say who they think we are, we think we're mans. You know what I'm saying? And for you to have that type of attitude, you're out of position. There's nobody God put greater than a black man. Who we think we are? We think we're God's chosen people. That's who we think we are. You hear what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You need to go back where you came from because your mind ain't set to hear this. You see what I'm saying? Because when we raise kids as men, they come out a lot better than when a lot of y'all raise kids. Now I know some women and some grandmas do a great job. I'm not tackling that. I'm with that. But I know a lot of women do so much of a poor job on raising men. You know, the men come out sissies. Men come out wanting to kill each other. Can't figure out how to go through an argument without trying to hurt somebody. You see what I'm saying? They got this female attitude, this female deposition about them. You know what I mean? And so yeah, that's who we are. We grown men. We men, black men that you should listen to. You know what I'm saying? If God gave you that spirit to listen to him, I go back to your white man. Because one thing about it, once you love that white man, then that will make you say who these big black folks thinking they are. You ain't never gonna say who these white men thinking they are. You know what I'm saying? So go back to where your mind is set and be who you are and go quickly. Keep going.
No, I was saying, because you know some of them had that mindset. So I won't know. This ain't even though it may seem like that, this ain't a bashing thing. This is a righteous thing. You know, and like you say, we love the black man is special. The black woman is also special. And sometimes when it comes from getting things right, it may seem harsh. But you know what I mean? When you trying to correct something, it's going to be hard. It's going to be harsh. There's going to be things that you say that's going to be said that you may not like. But when it's things that said that you may not like, that's part of correction. When your parents disciplined you, it was some things you didn't like. When you got to discipline your kids, it's some things, and that's what comes with getting things right, getting with correction. That's all this is. But let me read what 8 says. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman is of the man. And there's nothing wrong with that. We got to get out of our mind where we against each other. It ain't like that. One person has to be the head, and one person has to be underneath. And we're going to jump all the way up to 3 to show you that.
I want to bring up 3 things.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to jump up to 3. This is 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ. So when a woman say, I don't got no leader, that's like the man telling the Messiah, oh, I don't have to listen to you.
Right. Yeah.
That makes no sense, because if we tell the Messiah we don't have to listen to, what is he going to do to us? That's death.
Right.
That's death. He has a pecking order. We're going to finish the pecking order. And the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Christ, Yahweh, is God. Everybody this is an order. Just like if you're in McDonald's, there's a guy at the cash register, there's a guy on fries, there's a guy on burgers. You know what I'm saying? They all have, it's like a chain. How they say, if one part of that chain is weak, the whole chain don't hold.
Yeah.
So, and like I was telling Doc earlier, the one person that I love to bring up who knows his role is Dennis Rodman. The NBA is all about scoring. But Rodman said, you know what? My role is getting rebounds. And guess who he is? He's probably one of the greatest rebounders ever seen today. He was okay with his role. You know what I mean? And that's all we telling our women. You know what I mean? It's not a bash. It ain't to say we better than you. One thing I always tell people, we all came here on them ships together. And best believe it or not, we all got to lead together. You think when they put us all on them ships, they put you down there with us. They ain't make you no better than. They weren't like, oh well, shit, all the men go down there and the women come up. They ain't do that. All y'all get down there together. And we gotta have a together mindset. We don't have a together mindset today. And that's why we in the situation we in. We gotta lose that, I'm better than this, he can't tell me what to do. That ain't how, we ain't getting out of here because of that. We ain't getting out of here because of that. That's point blank. I yield again.
Well, kind of add on to that, but that attitude that a man against woman, who that come from? It comes from the deceiver, that same spirit that was in the garden. And then 2, you're supposed to follow a righteous man. Yahweh, the so-called Jesus, when he was about to die, and the disciples was like, which one of us is greater? He wasn't like, do y'all know I'm about to die? And y'all sit up here and talk about who the greatest of y'all? And y'all ain't nobody. No, he didn't. He simply said, whoever is the least is the greatest. So how he was, that's how we have to be. That's how a righteous man is with a woman. When you get to yapping, look, baby, go out of line, time to calm down. It's going to be all right. I got this. Okay? That's what a righteous man do. Because we're going to follow the lead, how the Messiah did. He could have tripped. He could have went off on them easily. Y'all sitting up here knowing I'm about to die for y'all. I ain't have to do this. I ain't come out here for this. So a lot of times we understand that it's easy for y'all to be beguiled and tricked. So, I'm going to hold back a little bit. I'm going to hold back. No, baby, listen to me. This is how it's going to go. Because we can see things. No, we understand things. So we have to be patient. They have to be understanding. And to add on to that, I was going to bring this out. This is from...
Before you read that, let me say something. Before you read that. Read that one more time where you was at 1 Corinthians 11:3.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. And it reads as this. I would have you know.
So the Lord said, I would have you to know. So know this. All right? Keep going.
That the head of every man is Yahweh.
So the head of every
Yahweh
man. Right, so the head of every man is the Messiah. Right? So he's saying he's the head of every man. Right? And so for us to get into heaven, we have to go through Yahweh. Right? Right? Because that's who he examined. Now keep going.
And the head of the woman is the man.
Right, and so for the woman to get into the kingdom of God, she has to go through the man. Do you see the order? The order is so serious that that what I just said probably is a bad word to them. That's how off they are. Read it again.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh.
So the head of every man is the Messiah. So in order for me to get into heaven, I got to go through the Messiah, right? Go ahead.
And the head of the woman is the man.
And so the head of the man, the head of the woman is the man. So she has to come through the man, right? Because that's the order. Now, if you don't have no man, or in your lifetime there was no man good to you, then the house shall deal with you. But now, if there was a good man in your life, and you move them out the way, thinking you can do this yourself, you're gonna have a big problem. Because when you don't read the Bible, and you just think, I'm in a world where television rule, this type of understanding that I can get with, you can't tell me what to do. I ain't got to listen to him, and you're not reading the Bible. You're heading for destruction. Because when it's just like a white mother. You know what I'm saying? We know that if we had a white mother, we can get away with a lot. Everybody already know that. Don't you think? Don't you agree?
I agree.
Now, if we got a black mother, we're not going to be able to get away with so many things because she's going to be more stricken, right? Or let's say father. If I had a white father, I think I can get away with more. But if I had a black father, I think it's going to be more stricken. So now, when you talk about God, and we're not facing no white God, we're facing a black God. When you deal with this God that you think is invisible, and he sat down with a white robe on, and he's not invisible, and he tell you that he looks just like his father, and he's black. You're dealing with a black God, and these things, certain things, he's not gonna go for. He's very strict about who's coming in this kingdom, and where he's putting people in position, and so you have to honor the things he say honor. We have to honor this Bible because this is the closest thing to the Messiah we have, and you have to honor your man that's following this Bible. You just can't be picking niggas off the street, riding with guns, and doing all this jump, going in and out of bars. You can't choose that because your life is on the line, And so when you set your path amongst the righteous man, and if you wild, you got kids, just having kids alone should be able to make you straighten up, And if you find a righteous man, having the right kids, you should always want your family to be dwelt with the righteous man to get you into heaven. Not just having a righteous man, but having to know that he can get you into the heaven, right? And a lot of people want to say, well, I ain't got to go through no man to get to heaven. Well, that's just like me saying I ain't got to go through Christ to get there. There's an order that he looks for. And if you ain't got no man, then he'll deal with you. But if you have a man being disrespectful, treat him like trash, all that, you're going to be dealt with. And if he treats you like trash, he going to be dealt with. You see what I'm saying? The Father's not playing with neither one of us. I can't treat you wrong, you can't treat me wrong. And you have to be in a position where you do obey. And it's just like that, obey, period. That word may sound crazy, but I got to obey Christ. You got to obey the black man. You got to have the righteous man. You picked him. Don't pick a man you don't want to obey. You see what I'm saying? Don't pick him. Keep going. Go ahead. I'm done.
It's like and obey is not.
No, you got to go ahead.
It's not a bad word, because in our times, people think obey is a how can I say, what's that? A not good word to use, but when you stop at a light, you're obeying the law. So sometimes in our people's mind, that obey, they can't get that. It's what do you mean? I obey? You obey the laws. You obey a lot of things out here. You know what I mean? If you go to work and they say get here at 7, you obey. It doesn't mean, obey doesn't necessarily mean negative.
Obey.
When you obey sometimes, that shows a lot of discipline. You know what I mean? So we got to change the way we think of that word obey. You know what I mean? Because even if you own a baseball team and they tell you go to first base, you obey. But it's not a negative meaning to it. That's all. Because our people think it's negative, and it's not.
No, they don't think it's negative. The Chinese woman, when she with her man, she understand it. The Arab woman, when she with her man, she understand it. We know who we got to display and obey to. You see what I'm saying? And whether they understand it or not, when they meet that black God, they're gonna wish they understood it. So we can't really try to simmer things down onto, to make puppet cakes so they can take it. You gotta give them the truth like it is. Because the Lord said this. This is what it means. We have to keep your commandments. Let me tell you something. If somebody knock on the door at 4 o'clock in the morning, I got to go down there and deal with this. Or somebody try to break in, I got to go down there and deal with this. You know what I'm saying? And so when you say obey, I mean obey, get up, get in the closet, get there, I got to go do this. You see what I'm saying? That's obey too. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got to do things the Lord says, take care of her. I got to obey the Lord to make sure she's happy. I got to bring her rings and flowers, and I got to obey these things the Lord say do. Right? And so she got to obey too. Ain't nobody gonna struggle down and obey when I got to obey and die for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to get with it. You got to love that black man, and you got to get back on the track your grandmother was on. You see what I'm saying? It's like we so far off track that we got to explain the righteous things that need to be done in a soft way for our own ladies to understand. To me, you know what I'm saying? Look both ways and get out the street. You got to obey that. You can't be in the middle of the street tomorrow. You tell me look both ways, and the car come smash you. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And just like the children, clean up your room. You got to obey that. You don't come to a nasty house or nasty room, the boy ain't doing what he's saying. You got to obey. Listen, I'm giving you this homework. Bring it back done. You got to obey that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna soften down the word obey. Obey is a good word.
No, I'm not softening it. I mean,
No, I ain't talking about you. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I know we have to.
Yeah.
Because of how damaged they are.
Well, that comes from our oppressor with that crafty counsel. So that goes right back to what I was saying with how that serpent is, and show you how crafty they are. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this. Okay, this here is a statement from, if anybody ever heard of Planned Parenthood, who started that, she started the clinic for all the abortion, for the black women that kill their babies. Now, these ain't my words. These is her exact statements, and it reads as follows. We should hire 3 or 4 colored ministers, preferably with social service backgrounds and with engaging personalities. The most successful educated approach to the Negro is through a religious appeal. We don't want the word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population. So you up here putting your faith, you putting your trust. I got a degree, you got education, you got it by who and for what? The same people who are educating you want your demise. They want to stop your existence. It's a war against the black man and the black woman. I have some shirts made that said endangered species. It has a black man, a black woman, and a baby. Because we being attacked. And if anybody know the what was that? The art of war. What's my man name? Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu, the art of war. The best way to go to war is not to let your enemy know that you at war. So we hear the words of this woman who started Planned Parenthood, and the first thing said, "It's my right. It's my right to kill my baby. It's my right." So I tell you what. How about if Hitler told the Jewish woman that it's her right that she can kill her baby when he's out to eradicate him anyway? Will he be considered an evil dictator or a liberator? Our people are so destroyed for lack of knowledge. Our people are so destroyed because, what is it at Hosea 4:6? Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and fools hate what? Hate knowledge. So we see this. So you see they out for our destruction. You see that they out to get us. And then we got to be careful for everything that we do and everything we say, because words got power, right? So what do women call themselves now? I mean, what's one of the most things that they call themselves?
I'm a bad bitch.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm a bad. Well,
Go ahead and say it.
I'm a bad bitch.
Okay, okay. And what is a bitch?
Female dog.
Okay, there you go. Now let's get Sirach 26:25.
I want to say one point you made was a
Okay,
very,
I'm sorry.
No, you know, you good. This is your question. You made a very good point about Hitler. If he would have said that, I'm gonna give you an example of how you say Hitler is supposed to be the most known killer there is.
Okay.
But when you do the statistics, he's not.
He was a good man.
No, he wasn't that. Leopold killed more blacks than Hitler.
Wow.
Okay.
But the thing with Hitler was he killed the white man. Leopold killed 3 times as many Africans as Hitler. But you never know about real Leopold. You see what I'm saying? It's like what you brought out. He killed his own, and they felt like, oh man, you're a mass murderer. When Leopold was cutting off hands, cutting off arms, I put it this way, he was 3 times as vicious as Hitler. But nobody will know about that. You know why? He was killing blacks.
Well, just think about this abortion thing we just talking about. The black woman has aborted more babies than died in the Civil War, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the conflict in Iraq, Afghanistan combined. Okay, but yet they put on you that's your right. The same people that enslaved you, beat you, raped you, treated you worse than cattle is not going to put you in a position to be greater or lesser than by a vote. It never happened in history, and it never will. But when you going to wake up, you're going to the same person that beat you to help you. You're going to the same person that robbed you to give you money. You gave the same person that made you sick to make you better.
Fuck up your family.
Time.
What you want out?
I was going to go to Sirach 26 and 25. We was talking about I'm a bad B-I-T-C-H.
Sirach 6 and 25.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 25. And it reads as this. Bow down, thou shoulder, and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. Keep going.
But this is Ecclesiasticus 26.
Oh, my fault. I keep getting it wrong. My fault.
Ecclesiasticus 26, 25.
6 and 25, you say, right?
26 and 25, yeah.
Ecclesiastics. Oh, I have a 26.
In the Apocrypha.
Okay, that's where I was at. Then. That's where I had the right one.
Right.
Ecclesiasticus.
Yeah.
6 and 25.
26
Yeah.
and 25.
Okay, my fault. 26 and 25. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
So it just said now, I'm a bad bitch. It just said, what is a shameless woman? I don't care. I can go outside with rollers in my head and top and wear my pajama pants. I don't care. But what is a shameless woman?
She shall be counted as a dog.
As be counted as a dog. So so we got to get that mindset. We don't realize in other countries, one of the worst things you can call somebody is a dog. They be ready to kill you if you call them a dog. But even them, and it ain't just the women, it's the men. Hey, what up, dog? So we not gonna put everything on y'all, but we got to get out that mindset. We are being abused so much. Up is down, down is up. We can't even see it. We call ourselves dog. What did HOI said to the woman? She said, even the dog get the scraps.
God.
But now we look at ourselves as the dog. And we the main ones supposed to be eating at the table.
And what you say about when a black woman went to Arabia, she was going to come out for her?
Yeah, she went wherever they go, and you know, in the so-called Middle East, women can't raise their voice at men. So she thought she was in America. She was raising her voice.
What color was she?
She was black. So he called the police, and they locked her up because that's a law. Women over there, you can't talk in a negative tone towards a man. They don't play that over there.
Right.
If you notice, they don't play that in China. They don't play that in Russia. You know what I'm saying? It is an offensive crime to disrespect the man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like I say, I think she still may be locked up.
Yeah, I think she got out.
You know what I'm saying? And I think, I don't know if she said it, but somebody said this, you think this is America. See, a lot of times they be over here, and when you go to them other countries,
You gotta be careful.
you can't be doing all this. Oh, no. You got a lot of things confused. And well, I'm gonna tell you one thing.
What they do?
No, I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you notice, and I'm not saying this to brag or saying it's right. Arab men, if you get out of line with Arab men, they kill you. They kill you.
They ain't playing.
You know what I mean? They kill you over there. And I'm gonna tell you, what's the movie with Idi Amin? When the woman got met, look with him.
Oh yeah.
He cut her in 1,000 pieces.
Exactly.
Cut her in 1,000 pieces. It's only in America that they allow us to be talked to this way. Because don't get me wrong, we all, being so-called black, we all at war. But the main thing is, the man, if we get him out of the way, we're gonna run roughshod. And that's the thing. We supposed to be a team. You can't go against your protection. Because a lot of people think if the black man wasn't here, the black woman would be doing what she's doing. Because he ain't gonna allow you. Like you said, the black woman, the white woman is not gonna allow you to be above her.
Right.
You know what I mean? She gonna let you know, oh, you in the wrong place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a lot of things we can't, we disrespecting each other. And that shouldn't be allowed.
And we already dealing with the white man. We definitely don't need your help with it. You know what I'm saying? We definitely do not need your help with it. And then, you know, a lot of, like I said, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men are but this ain't about the man. We already gonna do a class of a man. But yeah. So when you notice the right man, you got to be on court with him. All that, you know, running your mouth, out talking to man, over talking to man, and all that. I mean, that's when you're dealing with boys. But when you're dealing with a black man, then you know you have to be mindful of yourself, because you know the Lord have put men in position, and all men ain't alike. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men ain't alike, and so the Lord, you know, and the worst thing you can do is talk bad about God's chosen man. You know what I'm saying? Because he did what he do to Moses' sister.
Chapter 11.
Get that.
Let me read 26, because 26 is good right here, right there. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 26 and 26. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. So the Most High say, when you honor your husband, you a wise woman. Right. He consider you as wise. Right. But there's a flip side to that coin also. But she that dishonoreth him, her pride shall be counted as ungodly of all. So God see, if you do the right thing by your man or husband, so this is a rebuild with us also. So we just start where we think that one of the main improvements need to be done. That's all that is. I yield.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a good point. So if you can you give me 2nd Esdras 5 and 8.
I got you.
2nd Esdras 5 and 8. Talking about how the women, yeah.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 5 and verse 8. And it reads as this: there should be a confusion also in many places.
So it's going to be a confusion in many places. And who's the author of confusion? Esau's the author of confusion. So he used confusion, I'm a binary. I'm not a female, I'm a male. Just call me it or whatever. Carry on.
And the fire shall be sent off out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and the mistress woman shall bring forth monsters.
So we see our women now. We see these babies. They call them YNs now. They out of control. They don't have no respect for nobody. They're killing everything. You can't say anything to them. They don't know anything. And it all comes from, there's an order of things. Right. So we can see, going right back to that Garden of Eve, that our women have been lied to. Sure, you'll be just like God. No, you won't. How is it working out for us now? How is this independence working out for us now? Are we better? Is our community better? Is marriages better? Is families better?
Let's read it again.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places.
Okay, so in America, there's a big confusion. You got white people talking about, I'm a black man. You got white people talking about, I'm a black man. Then you got black women talking about, I'm a man. Right? Okay, keep going.
And the fire shall be sent off out again.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, and the fire is going to be sent out again. The same fire that was sent in Lot, Sodom and Gomorrah. So again, it's going to happen again. Because it happened the first time, it already happened. So the fire is going to be set out again. That means it's going to come again. We're going to burn this place on fire. All the gays, all the sissies is going down. Keep going.
And the wild beasts shall change their places.
And the wild beasts have changed their places, right? And so when I was growing up, I respected my elders. I would not raise a hand to my elders. I would not hit a woman, or none of that. If a woman trying to hit you, you can easily block it, move out the way. If she hit you, it shouldn't be that hard. All that, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that you can take for a woman, because of your respect to that woman. You know what I'm saying? I respect you so much that I'm not going to hit you. You know what I'm saying? I may twist you up. You know what I'm saying? Or push you away, but I'm not going to punch you at all. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not of my demeanor, right? Okay, so now the women that's raising men, they will punch a woman in the face. These kids here, they will punch their elders. They will fight. You can watch on Facebook and all that. You got kids fighting elders. You got the grandkids beating up grandma. You see what I'm saying? And there's no daddy in the house.
Like that McDonald's incident not too long ago, remember? The manager sent her home when she wouldn't work.
Yeah, she wouldn't work. She came back and killed her. You know what I'm saying? And most likely, educated guess, she didn't have no father in the house.
And then you got some people were saying, well, she was bullied. And knowing that this woman, you can see from her Facebook that she's off, that she got a demon.
Yeah, she had a demon on her. And see, now, of course, we're not saying all women, because a lot of women know how to raise men. I mean, a lot of women can raise men, do not get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But just because you can do it, millions of you just cannot do it. You may get 1 out of thousands that know how to raise men. And most of the women that raise men, the boy can tell you right now, you will hit a woman. Or I'll hit a woman, she'll be back. Yeah, you ain't got no father in the house, do you? Nope. That's what, and I knew you ain't had no father in the house by the way these things occur. You hit an older guy, you know what I'm saying, if you say something bad, I hit him in the mouth, you talk bad about me. You got a father in the house? Nope. You see what I'm saying? Those with father in the house, if a father catch you hitting somebody older, he gonna beat your butt. If he catch you hitting a woman, he gonna beat your butt. If you got a real father in the house. You know what I'm saying? Because the fathers don't play that. My kids is not gonna be hitting no old woman or beating up women. Not my kids that's raised under me. You know what I'm saying? And that's common sense.
I'm gonna say two things, but y'all say the first thing, that young girl didn't have to stab her. You could, if you ain't getting enough hours, go get another job.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Okay, I ain't getting enough hours. I'm done working here. Point blank.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was a self-control thing. And I'm gonna say, like you said, okay, some women can raise kids. They shouldn't have to. A lamb can't teach a lion to be a lion.
Right.
A dolphin can't teach a great white shark to be a great white shark. Only a man can teach a man. And even as a man, I shouldn't teach my daughter. Now, I'm going to teach her some things, but only a woman can teach my daughter how to be a complete woman.
Right.
That's just what it is, you know what I mean? We going to say, okay, you can do it, but a man can do a better job at that, and a woman can do a better job. There's things my daughter make. I don't know how to change her menstrual thing.
Right.
Why should I have to teach her that? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So sometimes we get in the man's, I said, oh, she can, okay, I get that, because you have to, but you shouldn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Only a man can teach a man how to be a man, and only a woman can teach a woman how to be a woman. Because if we break it down in animal, you don't see a tiger cub taking it to this gorilla. Hey, can you teach my tiger cub how to be a tiger? That don't make sense.
No, it don't.
It don't make sense. So I yield.
Okay, adding on to all of that, remember we talking about that shameless woman at Sirach 26:25?
Yeah.
Let's get 1 Timothy 2:9.
Did we read Sirach?
Yeah, we read it.
Yeah, I read it.
Let's get 1 Timothy 2:9.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9. And it reads as this. And in like manner, also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, and with shameless face and sobriety, and not with broided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array. Keep going.
No, that's fine. So we saw the example of a shameless woman. I mean, they don't have no shame. It's considered a dog. Now we see how God say a shamefaced woman should be modest, should dress modestly, should conduct themselves a certain way. You know, a lot of times our women are being taught by our oppressors how to wear, what to dress, and other people from other nations step out and they look at us, not just the women but the men too. They look at us as like buffoons, you know. And this is no disrespect, but a lot of us have been destroyed so much that we can't see. We can't see the pink elephant in the room. We can't see. We got the blinders on. That we can't see that anything that we're doing is wrong. Okay? So when we see this, that now we say a woman that dressed modest, oh, she's a pygmy. Oh, look at her. Or she ain't no. This is what God said. So you trying to say that you know better than God? Mm-hmm. So you trying to say that you know what's best? Let's get Jeremiah 17 now.
I got two things. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
First, I want to finish reading the rest of this. I know I'm going to catch some flack for the rest of this.
But go ahead.
But Dave Chappelle made a point, right?
Uh-huh.
He was like, when a woman being dressed as like, I'm going to call it like a prostitute. And you know, why should I can dress anywhere I want and I shouldn't be judged. He said, okay, I did. And he made a comparison. He was like, if I'm dressed like a police and you come up and say, oh, police, and I'm not, and I say, just because I'm dressed like this doesn't mean I'm the police. It's that same mindset. You know what I'm saying? You're going to think that behavior, because if you dress like that, you're going to assume that person is that. Now, this is the part I'm going to read, and I know that nobody's going to like this, but this is in the Bible now. And I'm going to finish out. This is 1 Timothy 2 and 11, and it reads as this. Let the woman learn in silence with all objection. Now, people, I don't have to shut my mouth. I'm going to tell you this. How can you learn when you're talking? Two people, if going back and forth, you ain't going to never learn something. to learn, you got to be quiet. Nothing wrong with being quiet. Now we're going to finish this off. This is God's words now. But I suffer a woman not to teach, nor supplant authority over a man, but to be in silence. Now he's saying be in silence because there's some other scriptures say, you be in silence and you should learn from your man. You shouldn't be, no woman should be going back and forth with another man. That makes no sense at all. If you need to know something, there is always an elder, if you don't have, like I was saying, a man of your own. But you should have your man explain it to. And if he doesn't know, there is somebody he can go to. So I know it seems harsh that we see in this, but the thing is, you gotta admit, if you out there, us as a people, we a mess. We a mess. And this is how we get back to the word. God calls us kings and queens. And if you go outside and look at us, is that how kings and queens should be acting? We have to repair this. And sometimes repair, it comes with rebuke. And rebuke comes with harsh words. You know what I'm saying? Harsh words sometimes has to be said. No matter, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And I know people don't like it. I know people don't like it. I've been corrected before and I didn't like it. But when you think about it, what they say, God only corrects the person that he loves. This is out of pure love. And if you start seeing it that way, you can understand it better. So I yield.
Well, I mean, add on to what you just said. I mean, we need each other. We said this, you know, when I brought up before love and happiness, we bringing out love and correction. And that correction is because we need you. The woman set the basis. The woman set the basis. The woman teach the child. The woman set the basis. We work together as a team. When they got us separated, then how can we be together? So now that they got us, well, I can get any man. I can get me a zaddy. Get me a white man. I don't need you. I can get this now. You just broke anyway. We need each other. Okay? And so we understand that first thing that the enemy do is separate. He get one against the other. The old against the young against the old.
The male against the female.
The male against the female. And everything in this world is backwards because we know, because our oppressor has set these things, set it up to keep us this way.
Everything in this world is backwards for us.
Con.
It's good for them. They cool with it because that's who they are anyway. But you know, the world. I mean, we live in a world and not rulers of this world. So it's damaging and it's backwards for us, and it don't have to be. Don't nobody make you hate a black person. You know what I'm saying? They can try to program you, but it's up to you to let that go. You know what I'm saying? To let that exist. And when you find out the truth, you should immediately jump to the truth and erase all that radical stuff that you have learned. Right? Once you hear the truth, especially if we say come out the Bible, read that again.
Which one you want out?
You just read.
That was 1 Timothy
Right.
2:9 or
1 Timothy 2:11, wasn't it?
Let the woman learn in silence with
Okay.
all subjection.
Okay, so let the woman learn in silence, right? With all subjection, which means that she's quiet and what was that scripture again? What verse was that? And she's writing it down and she's taking it in. You know what I'm saying? So that's learning in silence, not trying to over-talk, over-teach. You see what I'm saying? Not trying to overrule the black man, and she's a black woman. Right? We expect this from the other nations. You know what I'm saying? But we don't need this in our own nation. Keep going. And see, when you got a Bible in your house and you don't agree with this scripture, you might just throw the Bible out your house because the Bible is talking about complete order. Keep going.
But I suffer a woman.
He suffer, which means you know what suffer means. Suffering is a lot of anguish and pain. He suffers what?
Not a woman to teach.
So don't be so. He don't even want. Most times now, it's okay when we're together and you see a scripture and you put me on point, or you see something that I should be aware of and things like that. You know, this the bill we should pay. You know what I'm saying? So he's not talking about that, but trying to teach what I'm trying to teach you, you try to teach the opposite. Oh, it's okay if she's gay. Oh, it's okay if she wear them tight pants to school. You see what I'm saying? And so these are the things that the oppressors have you to teach your man. And your man don't want you to teach him that. Are the kids. And so there's a struggle there. Keep going.
Nor to superb authority over the man.
And so now you do not supposed to put authority over the man. And if you don't like that man, you shouldn't have picked him. That's number one. Pick a man that you can follow. You know what I'm saying? And support. You know what I'm saying? With a good mind, good chess game, and know how to support this man to get him to the destiny he needs. Because the Father's going to bless you to do that. The point is that the Father, he made me a man, so he's going to bless me to be a man. If he made you a woman, why you don't want to be a woman? And then to know how to be a woman is in the Bible. And to know how to be a man is in the Bible. One of us out of order. Who's out of order? It ain't going to be me, because I'm not going to be around here acting like I'm gay. I'm not going to be around here putting no dress on, in the house or out. I'm not going to be around here letting a woman tell me what to do and all that, unless it's a pretty exact thing that ought to be said, and I'm lacking on. I have no problems with that. But try to rule over a person and try to rule over a man. You know, when I got to be the one to die for the whole family. You see what I'm saying? If I don't have a job for a month or 2, 3 months, my life is more than any job you can put on the floor. So if I'm in the house broke for a couple months, it's more important that I'm still in that house, because if somebody was to break in, I'm the one got to die for that whole family. So a job ain't better than that. You hear what I'm saying? So go ahead.
Well, I'm just going to add on back to what I was saying as far as these women. You know, not only do they want to, look at us a certain way, but they want to look down. They are trained, society teaches them to look down upon us. So that right there is going to keep chaos and confusion. We know who the author of confusion is Esau. So we bring up that Romans, well, this is another thing too, that Romans 1:26.
To a real black man, you never want to look stupid. Nobody. When you're dealing with a real man, you don't want to look stupid. If you look down on the man, and he's a real black man, it's impossible for you to look down on him, because you're looking stupid doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible for you not to understand this Bible, because if you locked up with the wrong nation of people, you look stupid being with a white person. Because what the Bible said about what he's gonna do to these people, you look stupid being among them like that. You're married to them, you got kids by them, and you have not read this word, and you say you believe in God, that, and this is a word, and you have not read this word, and you locked up with a white man, you look stupid doing it. Why? Because the Bible already says so. So when you're dealing with a Bible set mind man, then you have to be in subjection and to know how to present yourself. When you go to a job, you want to dress accordingly. When you're dealing with a godly black man, you want to present yourself accordingly. Why? Because you can lose the job at any time. You know what I'm saying? You can put yourself in a bad position in any moment when you're dealing with a smart black man dealing with the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Keep moving. Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 26, and it reads as this: For this cause God gave them up unto vital affections, for even their women did change the natural use unto that which is against nature.
That's good.
So right there, pink elephant in the room again. The women, the young women, these young girls, you can go to any middle school, high school, you see these young girls dressed like young boys, acting like young boys. If it is a feminine young girl, she's looking up to her, oh, that's such and such. She a stud. Everything is backwards. For one thing, to be a stud means that you can produce. Okay? So we got to get out of this mindset. I'm not perfect. I got plenty of faults I had to correct coming to this truth. We saying this out of love. So now we see that the women have lost their natural affection. So they go into another woman now. Well, I don't need a man, I go to another woman. And statistically, a woman and a woman, marriages are what?
Third on the totem pole.
Yeah, they're the highest in divorce.
Two women in the bed on their menstrual. hugged up. I mean, it sounds stupid. Do you hear what I'm saying? Who can convince that to happen?
But that's just our
You
enemy
know what I'm
convinced
saying?
that.
Well, listen.
Because if you want to break down, if you want going back with democracy, if you trying to eradicate somebody, you stop them from reproducing. You push a certain agenda.
Let me tell you something. For a woman to be gay, she's an idiot. You hear what I'm saying?
Well,
She's
man,
an
It's
idiot.
like a man
A
too.
man
huh?
too.
Of course. Wait.
It ain't, you know,
Ain't just the women.
I'm just saying, we're not on the men's right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we already know that. I'm just saying, for the woman to be against the man so much that she rather have another woman. You hear what I'm saying? She is idiot. I mean, you have lost your. I mean, you shouldn't even what the Lord's gonna do to you. You shouldn't even exist. You hear what I'm saying? You better not have been. You better not have exist and be in this type of position and to face Him. You hear what I'm saying? Because when you read the Bible, what He says He's gonna do to you gays is abominations. He's gonna do you bad. And He ain't playing no games. And who you hate, you really hate who you are. I'm saying the white man has tricked you to hate yourself so badly. I mean, stuff like this. When you look at the old days when we come from, this wasn't happening. You see what I'm saying? This wasn't about happening. It wasn't happening. Now, when Lot went to the other nations and lived among them, it happened. But amongst our tribes, it wasn't like that, right? And we lived good and orderly. We had a lot of other things going on. We was wicked. Don't get us wrong on our worship and other things and stuff like that. But women's line with women's and men's line with men's. That wasn't a part of the nature of things. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, you're not gonna see no silverback gorilla sleep with another silverback gorilla man.
you'll kill it.
You'll kill it.
Because it's going against nature. They people always say, well, an animal's an animal, but they go by nature. If another male lion went to sleep with another male lion, the pride would destroy that lion.
Yeah.
Because you're going to mess up the natural order of things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they ain't going to allow. In the animal world, one animal ain't going to mess up the whole thing.
No.
We didn't got to where we'll turn blind-eyed to it. And guess what that? When you let one thing go, it's like a cancer. What does the doctor do with a cancer? I got to cut it out, because if you don't cut it out, what happens? It spreads. And it's going when it spread too much, we're going to have what we got today. You got them walking outside. They didn't got our minds so tricked that it's natural.
Like it's okay to be
Yeah,
different.
they didn't got us so that, how my man say, you can say nigger, but you can't say fag. What type of?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And if you see one of them gay flags, right, and you're a delivery man, and you got to go to the door and touch the doorknob, you know what I'm saying? And you see that gay flag, I spray the doorknob with bleach, and then turn the doorknob and keep the box in there. Because you never know, you touch that doorknob, anything.
Actually, you could be in trouble talking about gay people.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They calling that a crime.
Well, think about this. The lynching bill? How many times it was knocked down? But then now you got gay rights instantly.
Jump past us.
And I never seen a gay slave ship. Okay?
No.
Okay? And I'm not trying to say that some of them may go through some harassing, what have you, but you cannot compare that to what the blacks and the Latinos went through in slavery in this country. There's no comparison. Okay? It's no comparison. So where are we at now? Oh yeah. And then too, talking about that getting on the women again, talking about that pink elephant in the room. Right here, we're in Detroit. Southfield, Michigan is one of the #1 spots for witches. So a lot of our women, they're going to the crystal, they're going into the left side of God, and they want it, and they want their stuff now in this world. Okay? So they turn into witchcraft. They're doing everything opposite of what they're supposed to do as far as serving the Most High, by serving Yahweh. So I want to add.
There's no enchantment against the Israelites. Get that? There's no enchantment.
The scripture.
It should be in Exodus, I'm thinking. It's in the Old Testament.
Yeah, I think so.
There's no enchantment against the children of Israel. So in other words, when you're dealing with like the Israelite, you're not gonna be able to put voodoo on Israelites. You're not gonna be able to. It's not gonna happen. You're not going to be able to put witchcraft on the Israelite. It's not gonna happen. The Lord doesn't allow that. And once a person knows he's Israelite and keeping the commandments, witchcraft cannot even touch him. And that's in the Bible. Can you find that? Google King James.
Yeah, I got the King James.
Okay, go to
what was it called? What you said again?
You gotta go through chat.
Let's see.
We'll look it up. But while you're looking that up, just to add on some other things, is that we bringing all of this out of love, because it's to the point now. I mean, we see the state that our people are in, and we getting on the women now, but it's the men too, you know. But the state that our people are in, it's like we pretty much are self-destruction autopilot. They ain't got to do nothing. We self-destructing ourselves on autopilot. Like a plane, if a pilot is flying a plane, he flip the switch and he can go and relax, do whatever, the plane fly itself. Right now, we on autopilot right now. That's how lost we are, that we on autopilot. We have gotten so far away from the Lord that now we starting to even doubt he exists. We starting to think that this is some type of nursery rhyme book. This is some type of Snow White fairy tale. That we want to think, oh, we just want to be special. Or black people just want to belong to something. But when we actually read this book and see that it's about us, and see that certain things that was written 1,000 years ago that's happening now, like I can bring out right now, while the brother looking this up, I can bring it out by Isaiah 3:12. It says, children will be your oppressor.
Was it?
Isaiah, I got it. Isaiah 3:12. Women will be your oppressor. I mean, children will be your oppressor, and women will rule over you. So when did this happen? Women's doing ruling over man in the 50s. That didn't happen. You know? Children wasn't being your oppressors back in the 50s and 60s. And that was written thousands of years ago. So now you try to say that this book isn't real, when we can see the things that was written thousands of years ago, it's not happening now, that we living close to the end. Okay? We know we living close to the end.
Right, the Arab children ain't they mother and father oppressors.
No.
The Chinese children ain't they mother and father oppressors. You know what I'm saying?
Was it Exodus? I got some sorcerers in Exodus.
Yeah, that's it.
7 and 11.
It's 7-11, yeah. That's right.
All right, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 7 and verse 11, and the reason is this. Then Pharaoh also called wise men and the sorcerers, now the magicians of Egypt.
Right.
They also did in like manner with their enchantments.
Right, enchantment, which is, you know, that's that like voodoo, witchcraft, you know, wizards and stuff like that. Keep going.
For they cast down every man in his rod, and they became serpents. But Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods.
Right, and so the Lord cast down his rod with Aaron, who's the Israelite, and it swallowed up all the wicked people's rods. And so, in other words, Aaron is the Israelites, and none of that wicked sorcerers or voodoo or enchantment or witches ever is going to be able to encounter the force field that God got over the Israelites. It's not gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? And so you can throw some voodoo or whatever, thinking that you know this is gonna work on this Israelite. It's not gonna happen. All it's gonna do is backfire. You know, and then when a witch or whatever, they'll give you an ugly face because why you haven't changed yet. Not understanding that the Lord's not gonna let that happen. It's a force field it's a force field around this individual, right? That these things cannot penetrate. And that's why it's a great thing to be an Israelite. Because it says, what is a great thing to be like? What is it a great thing to be an Israelite? Is it an advantage in every way? You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a good thing to be an Israelite, because it is an advantage in every way. Right?
Right. Well, I just got a few more in the book of Proverbs. I got something, a few of them in the book of Proverbs. We can get in the book of Proverbs. I guess we can start with, all right, fine. We'll start at 23:27. Proverbs 23:27.
Proverbs chapter 23,
27.
verse 27.
We're going to stay in Proverbs for a minute.
Proverbs 23,
That one after that.
Yeah, I got Proverbs. We can go Proverbs 31:3.
Okay, Proverbs 23, verse 27. For a whore is a deep ditch.
So,
And it's, go ahead.
no, I'm saying a deep ditch. You ever been in a deep ditch? It's hard to get out of a deep ditch. Okay, so they know if they can put in our women mind that it's cool to be a whore. I don't care about my body count. So what if I got 1,000? If I got 500? It's my life. But being as a whore is like being in what?
The ditch.
A deep ditch, not just a ditch.
Yeah, deep ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, carry on.
And a strange woman is a narrow pit.
So it's a narrow pit. So you go ahead, you basically you set a man is setting himself up if he's going to do that. You got the one Proverbs 31.
Let's get some on it. And she also lieth in wait as for a prey, and increases the transgression among men. Right, so she continued to have men to sin.
Like a roaring lion. So that shows you us men that we have to be careful.
A lot of women are evil.
It says that. It says that.
A lot of
it's a
women
script
are
that
really,
says, I was
really
looking
evil.
for it. I couldn't find it. There's no evil like the
evil
evil of a woman. And it's in the Bible.
Yeah, get that.
I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it.
There's a few things that say how you deal with it.
But you got that. You got that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 3. Give not thy strength unto a woman, nor thy ways that which destroyeth kings.
So we say now, as a man, we can't. If you're a wicked woman, it's not all women, but the wicked ones we cannot give our strength to. There's no such thing as a happy wife, happy life. Okay, this is what our oppressors put down. No, it doesn't go that way. That's not what God said. So I'm gonna bring out a couple of scriptures. We bring out. I'm just gonna verbatim. I'm gonna do this one. This is Jeremiah 17:9. It says, "The heart is treacherous of all and desperately wicked." So if you say, "Well, that's for my heart, and this is how I feel, and this is how emotions," no. The heart is just not wicked; it's desperately wicked. So we see that. So it says, tell us not to give our strength into a woman. I got another one at Proverbs. And this is a Proverbs 21:19.
That's what
Okay.
I got you. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 19, and it reads as this. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman.
So there you go.
Read it again for him.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman.
So that means the woman running her mouth, blah, blah, this and that, you ain't no good, I ain't got to. He done worked all day, he's already tired, trying to make things easier for the family, dealing in this oppression that we in, and he got to come home with that. He said he'd rather be in the wilderness. In other words, he'd rather live outside.
No, that's what God said.
That's
God
what
says better.
God said. God,
It ain't the man. God telling you, if you got to deal with that, it's better for you to be in the jungle by yourself.
Right. And so the Lord is saying that I can deal with you better in a worse place than with that. You hear what I'm saying? Because the Lord ain't gonna put you somewhere where He can't deal with you. And so if you can't hear the Lord in a house with a woman, you know what I'm saying? All this turmoil, all this, I'm going out, I'm gonna hang out all night, coming in drunk, saying all types of words, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Which, that ain't gonna ever happen with me. So I can just cease to imagine this, right? And so, and one verse also says that it's better to live in the attic,
Corner of the house.
in the corner of the house, than with a nagging woman.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? And so these things here tear down the house, right? And so what he's saying is that it's better for you to be somewhere that you don't supposed to be, and I can deal with you better there. That's crazy.
God.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of them have destroyed their own home. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them have ran mans off by their mouth.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? By the things that they say, because they can get evil. A lot of women are really evil. You know what I'm saying? You get in the house and what's up now? What's up now? What's up now? What's up? Here we go. Here we go. You see what I'm saying? Here we go. And these are the things that that befall some men. I can't do it. I've been trying to do it. Then in the end, I told this was gonna happen, and these are things that take place. You see what I'm saying?
Got that.
Good, yeah.
You know that I want you that Proverbs with that 30-20, what's that?
Proverbs 30:20.
Oh, that's what I gave you.
Yeah, Proverbs 30:20. Such in this way of the adulterous woman, is easier and wipeth her mouth, and said, I have done no wickedness.
See, that shows a woman don't want to have no accountability or responsibility. I ain't did nothing. What? Who, me? No. So we see that spirit here. We see that spirit here today. You know, how many women really want to have accountability and responsibility? And if they do get a man that's gonna make her be accountable and responsible, I don't want. He's controlling. I don't want him. He controlling. He ain't control me. I want to do because you want to do what you want to do. Okay. So just like this, what she gonna do? She gonna lie and say I did no wrong. I didn't do nothing.
Right? You won't let me go get that other man this thing, and so you mad, and so I ain't do no wrong. Listen, read that again. Read that again. Read that again.
Let me get it. Let me get back here in Proverbs. I'm gonna get it again. I'm gonna read it for you, Cap. 1 second. Let me get it. All right. Yeah, that's something, ain't it? Proverbs 30. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna read it for you right here. I'll read it again for you. Proverbs 30 and verse 20. Such is the way.
Start with 19.
Okay. The way of an eagle in the air.
Right, because he owns the air. That's where he's comfortable at, right? Mm-hmm. He can do more damage, and he's structured up there. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
The way of a serpent upon a rock.
Right, and so a serpent, he can slither and move around the rock and hit an angle and hide as well. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where he's dangerous at. That's where his gift is at. Keep going.
The way of a ship in the midst of the sea.
Right, and so the way of a ship, the way it's built, you know what I'm saying, is better than a boat in the midst of a sea, right? Because it's got more strength, more power to handle the waves. Keep going.
And the way of a man with a maid.
With who?
With a maid.
Right, and the way of a man with a maid. And so sometimes when a man have a maid, right, she's able to do the things that he say. Why? Because it's more like a job. Because the maid is getting paid. Right? And even though she's a woman, and he's a man, in this little structure of an order, it's easy for him to deal with this woman. Why? Because he's paying her to do this, that, and the other. Right? Right. Now let's go to her being his wife, and she's not getting paid. Now watch this.
Such is the way of an adulterous woman.
Such is the way of adulterous woman. Now watch this whole abomination change.
She eateth and wipeth her mouth.
She eateth and wipeth her mouth.
And saith, I have done no wickedness.
And so, after she wiped her mouth, she said, I ain't done no wickedness. What do you mean you ain't done no wickedness? I just caught you. You ain't done no wickedness. That was wicked, right? And so she wipes her mouth. And what? And talking back and speaking in blasphemy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be whatever, and stuff, things like this, right? And feel that she has not done nothing. And what type of woman is that to feel that way?
Adulterous.
Adulterous woman. Adulterous ain't got to be already in sex and things like that. Or messing with another man. Adulterous is when you're taking the man role and try to put him in the female role. That's adulterous right there. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make him be the female and he look up to you. Our stuff ain't gonna go right in the house. That's adulterous for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna go right unless I'm happy. Forget about you. You see what I'm saying? That's who you don't need around. You get what I'm saying?
All I got is like maybe 2 more.
Okay. Well, I got a couple. I'm gonna,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do something to sort of uplift.
Not yet though. Let me.
I got one more before you uplift.
Let me get more bloodshed.
I got one more though. If you want.
Let me get a little more bloodshed.
I want to get. I want that Acts 19:27, because a lot of our women now consider I'm a goddess, I'm this. So instead of them want to worship God, they want to be worshipped. They want a man to get on one. You get on one knee. They want to be worshipped. It's my day. It's all about me. So we're going to see how we go back with Ecclesiastes, where it says 1:9. There's nothing new under the sun. We see that same spirit is still here today, and this is that spirit of Diana. Go ahead.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 19 and verse 27. So that not only this is our craft in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of great goddess Diana should be despised. Her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world worship.
So we see that same image today. It's all about the woman. You look at TV now, it's all about this, all about that. See, everything is out of order now. So now you're going to put the woman in the goddess role. So she's looking down upon a man. I don't need no man. She's turned away from her natural way. I can get me a woman. She's being disrespectful and say, I've done no wrong. We have read all these things to you. But we know. And this one here, that we're going to do this. I'm going to do this. I can say this. Ecclesiastes 26 and 23. And this is for this. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. And a godly woman is given to a godly man. So I would say this to the sisters. A righteous man, follow a righteous man and you're going to be all right. Follow a wicked man, then you deserve it. Okay? And vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, another way to find a righteous man is, a righteous man is going to want to read the Bible at least every once in a while with you. He's going to want to pray for you, leave the house every once in a damn while. You know what I'm saying? A righteous man is going to, not be ashamed of letting God in his house with you guys in there. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be ashamed of talking about the Lord. He's not going to be ashamed of praying. Let's all, family, the daughters, everybody on their knees for they pray, and pray. These are signs. You got niggas just coming in and out the house and never talk about no praying, and never talking about, ain't never opened up no Bible. You know what I'm saying? You playing Russian, right now you're playing Russian roulette. Because if you're not about God in this day and age, you're never going to be about it. But when he cracked that sky, it's over. You want a praying man and a praying woman. You see what I'm saying? And the woman, you need to find the right man. Because y'all just be grabbing up anything. There's a lot of bold brothers out here. And the reason why we're not on them today, because it's your turn. Everybody get a turn. You know what I'm saying? I get a turn, you get a turn. You know what I'm saying? I may not like it, you may not like it, but it's good medicine because it's the word of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And so I ain't got to like everything I hear, as long as it's medicine. I don't like every medicine that I take, but it's helpful for the body, mind, spirit, and soul. What was you finna say, Chisel? And now, what we do, of course, we tear the woman down, but here in the end, we build her back up.
Okay. I was going to say, hopefully, because there are some good sisters out there, hopefully they didn't get discouraged and cut it off, because we tried to say some things in between that was good. So this ain't for every sister or whatever, because there are a lot of good sisters out there doing what they're supposed to do. Listening to their man, being that helpmate, being there to carry that man, to uplift him. So we ain't saying all sisters are bad. Like, there is nothing better than the overall Israelite woman, black, so-called Mexican woman, all that. There is no other woman that can compare to you. Period. That's what, period.
When you're in your right mind.
Yeah, period. Like I said, if you following the law, statutes, and if you're listening. So we ain't getting it twisted. We ain't saying none of y'all are good. No, not by all means. But like I say, we were saying this is part of for correction. So let's go to Proverbs 31 and 10.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Say come when you got it.
Come.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
So God's saying when you find that virtuous woman, her price is way above some rubies. That means you more than these jewels out there. And I know everybody say gold and that, but rubies back in that day was like diamonds of today.
Hard to find.
So that's what we be seeing. When a man find that right one, ain't nothing better in the world. He'll kill to keep you safe. He'll kill to put you in that right place. So when you in your right state, that man gonna put you in that right state. So when you that right woman, it says that virtuous woman, for her price is above. No, it says far above rubies.
Far above. So she's more important than rubies.
Kind. So let's go to the next one, Jeremiah 6 and 2.
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 2. I got it already. You want it?
No, go ahead. You got it already. I ain't asking.
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
And that's just like what they say, how my man said, I'm good looking and comely. Comely means good looking.
I mean, fine.
Good looking.
Yeah.
So when we see our Israelite sisters, they ain't nothing better on the planet than you. So he said, this is what he said, I have likened the daughter to a comely and delicate woman. When you have that comely and delicate woman, it don't get no better than that.
Right.
I'll put it this way, when you get that comely and delicate woman, you have hit the jackpot.
The lotto.
You have hit the jackpot. Just imagine how a brother can come in, when he come in from work or whatever he doing, a meal cooked, she putting the shoes out. You'd be like, you can't wait to get home. Right. Hey man, I can't hang on. I gotta go home, guy. I got something going on here, man. I'll talk to y'all later. That's how, man, when you doing right by a man, you can get anything on earth.
Yeah, from him.
Anything on earth.
But it goes back to how it did in the first place. That helped me. If we all just stay in our roles, okay, and don't be deceived. And when we saying that, okay, being submissive up to a man, that's to a righteous man. We ain't saying to Mookie and Ray Ray, okay? We saying to a righteous man who's going to love you, who's going to give you direction, not according to what he thinks, but to what God tells him to do.
Right. Read the next one.
What was that? 6 and 2.
Yeah, 6 and 2. Read 6 and 3.
The shepherd with their flock shall come unto her.
Okay, and so when a person hear of her, they want to meet her family because they want to do she got any sisters? Because one thing about it, if she like this, right? Most times we like where her sisters at. I mean, or where her friends at. Why? Because her friends is the closest thing you can get to her. So, and anybody close to her got this type of quality. You know what I'm saying? And so you like, where's do she got any friends? Can you introduce me to her sister? Why? Because you telling me about her and she laying like that, man, you hit the jackpot. I want that. Now watch this here. Now watch the next one.
They shall pitch their tents against her round about.
Right now, I mean, they circling her. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Who she with? Who she know? How can I be part of this? Give me somebody like her. They surround with her with a tent. You know what I'm saying? And in a word, and when you're in a tent and you sleep, that means you dream about this type of woman. That's what it's actually saying. Keep going.
They shall feed every one of his place.
Right. They should feed everyone in his place. Why? Because everybody wants something. Everybody wants something like what he got. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Keep going.
Verse 4. Prepare ye war against her. Arise and let us go up at noon.
Right. And they'll fight for her. That's it.
Okay. My last one is, let's go to Titus 2 and 3.
Titus 2 and 3.
Okay.
I got that
You got
one.
it.
Yeah, Titus 2 and verse 3 reads, here we go. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things.
And that's what older women, you're supposed to become teachers. That's who you teach. You teach the younger women.
Right.
Keep going to 4.
That they may teach the young woman to be sober, to love their husband, to love their children.
And that's just what I was saying earlier. The aged woman teach the younger women how to get, baby girl, this is how you keep that man. And that's how a lot of women, baby girl, let me talk to you. You over here doing it wrong. You keep food for that hot man. You do this for that man. And that's what I was saying. A woman can only teach a woman how to be a woman. A man can only teach a boy how to be a man. And that's the things we get away from. And of course, some women have raised boys, of course that. But the natural order is a man to do that. Because you need, granted, for both sides, but not getting that full thing from that man, he still may be missing something. He may be missing patience. He may be missing structure. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things that a man can only tell a man. So I yield on that. Those are my 3. I just want to do those uplifting things that, you know, of course, it's a good and bad to everything. And what we wanted the women out there to know, y'all ain't all bad. You know, just like we ain't all bad.
No.
So this is,
We need each other.
Yeah, when you teaching, you got to get both sides. Like if the teacher teaching the math problem, he gonna tell you what not to do, and then he gonna tell you what to do, so you can get all aspects. And that's all this is. So I yield.
Well, I would say this, and I'm done. It's a reason why a lot of relationships don't last, no matter how indulged the man or big the woman's ass. We need to get our houses in order,
Sure.
raise our sons, and love our daughters. I'm Dawadiah, HOI Detroit.
Mel Chesedek.
Uncle Pennywell.
Con.
Done.
And with that, what is it at now? We love y'all.
Con. Shalom. Con. Shalom.
Shut it up. 3 o'clock in the morning. She's talking about what? She said she can't make it right. She can't make it right, can't she?
It's
Come on, baby, make it right. Happiness is when what? You know, happiness when you feel good with somebody.
There you go. It's all
There's nothing
love.
wrong with that.
We love y'all.
She said making love with someone. Because she can make it right, can't she? Oh, baby. Love and happiness. That Detroit old school is a beast. Hold on, start it over. Cause she can make it right. The way he say, she can make it right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he just saying she can make it right, like it don't mean nothing. The way he said it.
We out.
And I'll be good to you.